And today we're going to be looking at a scenario where civilization starts over. Let's get into it. This is season 2, episode 1 of the series, and let's get into it. So where is civilization going to start? Exactly. It's actually going to start down here in Greece. And very quick thing before we start. Look, new layer, rivers. That's cool. This little civilization, or really exploration group, is going to be popping up over here in Greece. It's just an exploration group for now, and it's going to start by exploring many regions over here, like these regions, and it's eventually going to go down and explore this area. Eventually it's going to go up, eventually meeting this coastline, and, well, exploring it. As these guys, or people, wanting to explore a lot, trying to see what their world is like. Right now, there's sort of just like a tribal nation thing, but they explore. That's what they do. And eventually, they will be going ahead and going around some of this coastline. Eventually, they will be going ahead and going this direction. And eventually, some group is going to be meeting up with this little river here, which they are going to stop for now, as a very big group decides to settle here and start exploring around this river. They like this group. People are here exploring these areas. The group down here over in Greece is going to stay here for now, and they are going to work on attempting to find more lands like these islands. Since they're tribal for now, they can't really explore these islands just yet. But what they're going to be able to do is another group is going to be going ahead and going up over here into Albania, eventually exploring more of this region. But then, the first real civilization is going to pop up down here in Greece. It's like a small tribal thing, but sort of a civilization. It's a pretty small red civilization here. This is the oldest group by far, and it's the only one that really has society. And what this group quickly does is it's going to claim a bunch of areas that it has explored. It can't really claim too much land right now because, well, it's small, and this is tribal times, but they will be able to surround this little thing here. Yeah. Yeah. Going up here, we can see that more people will be continuing to expand, mainly trying to go ahead and go up. As many people, a huge group of people actually, is here looking to go up and is expanding and exploring a lot upwards. This group is going to probably over in Japan. This group is going to be very successful and continue exploring. As this group basically is going to just expand until they get to the edge of this river, where they're going to fully explore around it and start exploring around it. Well, I kind of already explored it, but a blue civilization or tribal thing is going to be popping up over here in this area, and they are going to be very quick to expand around the river as they go ahead and claim a lot of areas. Yeah, and this series, this season of Wixo is going to have a lot more detail. Especially with rivers. I'm also going to attempt to incorporate geography. I think there's some mountains here, so people can't really explore there right now, for example. Also, tribal era, so you can't explore these islands right now, but they will be able to soon. Wait, is this? Let's just say they explore it. And, well, we're at the point, it's been a little while, so these civilizations are going to be able to explore these tiny islands around here. And the red one will be going ahead and starting the exploration of this Athens Island thingy here. Oh wait, it's not an island, so they would have already had it, but still. As this group goes ahead and works towards exploring this whole area and attempting to map out as much as they can of this world. The blue group is going to be going ahead and continue to expand around this river, eventually finding where the group itself as they continue to expand. And they figure out how to get across this river, and using some ancient technology, they will be making a small claim here. And it will span something like this. as the group continues to explore. The group will be continuing to expand even more as they reach the Black Sea coastline. This is a pretty big thing, as it's a new body of water, and they've never seen it before. It's ancient times, people are curious. Yeah. And then down over here in the Red Country, we are going to see the first major city be established. This is going to be a major city right here, but it's not quite big enough for a capital yet. Going over here, we can see that the blue area is going to form its own major city. Going back to the group here, this group has been exploring a lot and just moving themselves upwards, claiming a lot of territories, until some of them decide, you know what? Why don't we claim some of this area here? And basically, they like how this sort of area, how it's kind of like a sort of if I can get a color, there, like Three Ways coastline, so like that. Have some islands to explore, and they just really like this area. So this group is going to form like a new nation or a new tribe. This yellow tribe is where this group decides to eventually, go. And this group settles here and is going to continue to explore, specifically over in these eastern areas towards the coast. They are a coastal nation. Yeah. As they continue to explore into these flatlands and eventually discover this river. And they are pretty quick to go ahead and explore on both sides of the river, attempting to maybe reach the end. It's a pretty long river, so it might be hard. Yeah. But eventually over time, they're going to be able to move and continue their journey. Going back down over here, we can see that the blue group is going to be exploring this area. And they will be able to, go here and eventually, expand even more, eventually reaching the Anatolian area. But then, this group gets lost. This group gets, as I just said, lost, and they don't really know what to do. So what they are going to do is they are going to just go along the coastline. But funny thing is, two groups want to do things. One group wants to go this direction, one group wants to go this direction. So, both these groups will decide to split their own ways, and we are going to mainly be focusing on this one for now. As well, this group is going to be quickly able to go ahead and go up the coastline, go exploring these, only the coastal regions, as they can't really explore the mountainous areas in Anatolia right now. As they go ahead and continue to expand, or just explore, all the way through here, eventually finding this area. Eventually, they will continue to explore along the coast until they find this river. They are curious about this river, so they are going to go here and, settle it. Yeah. And this group is going to be able to go ahead and attempt to, colonize and make a country in this river, and they continue to, just go ahead and go and explore these areas. Then let's focus on this group. As this group here is going to be going ahead and expanding their direction, as they want to go this way, and they explore this island. And this group will be continuing to go down, specifically on the coastal regions, eventually reaching its way all the way down here. As they go around through the coast, some of them are getting tired. And some countries here don't really like that they're getting tired. So when they get to about this point, they're going to decide to stop and settle here, as they will be exploring this region. But who knows if this was a very good idea? There's no rivers nearby. Are you sure that's a very good idea? Yeah. Going back to the Red Country, the Red Country is going to be expanding, eventually discovering this whole area, and is going to make an expedition in order to sort of explore. And then they go on their colonist conquest, as they claim this part here of this area and claim this little part of Athens. Yeah. The Greek thing will then eventually decide to go ahead and claim more areas, eventually wanting to form a sort of thing. There hasn't actually been a war in this episode yet, but who knows if that'll come soon. But the Greeks, let's add a new thing that I can actually be able to add. Ideologies. There. A new ideology. The Greek nation is a dictatorship. And, let's actually make ideologies for, all of these nations. And these are the ideologies of the world. This gray one here means authoritarian/dictatorship, and which is the ideology of the red one and the yellow one. And this one here, this blue one, is like a lighter gray color. It sort of means authoritarian, but it has some democratic values, but not very many. But this red country has a very expansionist leader, and his goals are to claim as much territory as possible, as he claims all these areas, and is going to continue to expand down south. Yeah. As he continues to expand north even more, the Blue Nation hears about him, and he wants to, expand more. As the Blue Nation is going to continue their expansions across the river, as well, they want to claim this, and they claim this Istanbul area. But they aren't going to claim this area yet, or really, they'll claim the rest there first. But the blue area is going to continue to go, north, and will continue to expand, as they will be, expanding a lot, specifically around this river in this Bulgarian region. Yeah. Going back to the yellow group, the yellow group is going to be expanding even more, or exploring, around the Italian peninsula, as they will be going ahead and eventually figuring out that this river exists. Who knows if it's connected? They don't know that, but still. And they will be continuing to explore, feeling like there's a lot of rivers here. And then the yellow country will decide to do something interesting once they figure this out. They will claim this area here, as they feel like it's pretty valuable, knowing that there's a lot of rivers here. Yeah. They will also be exploring some of the areas around. This is a pretty interesting thing to do, as well. It's not connected. But the yellow group, with its authoritarian leader, is going to be expanding even more, as they eventually go ahead and continue to attempt to expand north in order to reach this river. They eventually make some areas and connect their country, and they are worthy to get a major city now. The major city is going to be right here, which is pretty good, but they are going to be working on expanding one, making one here. But they are just going to make one. Wait, what? This is the right layer? Oh yeah, with those. I think I should put major. Where should I put these layers? Let me just put this here for now. Yeah. Going back over here to the main map, we can see that the red country is going to be continuing their expansionist conquest, as they go ahead and expand more into these Albanian areas and start to explore some of these more mountainous regions, which many of the populace doesn't really like. Makes sense. Should I alternate the color of this? Let me see. Seeing color options Microsoft Paint has, I don't really think I should. Yeah, never mind about that. But the Blue Nation will be continuing to expand around and has more democratic values installed into its nation, as they go ahead and expand more. Let's check back on these two groups here. As this group will be forming its own independent nation here, this is going to be the Green Nation, and this nation is going to be it doesn't quite have an ideology or a leader yet, but it's working on it. But this nation has expansionist values, just like every other nation in the world, and will be working to explore this river area. As they go down the river, they will be claiming more lands, eventually claiming them around, the river. Going down here, we can see another nation forming, as this group has finally decided to form an independent nation, which is a pretty cool thing, especially in this world. Well, civilization is starting over, so it's pretty cool. But this orange nation is very expansionist, even more expansionist than any other nation. Or really explorationist. Yeah. But they do have some democratic values, kind of like the blue team. Wait, should I move the ideology? Maybe I can turn this ideologies layer off for now. Is this the right layer? Yeah. At this point, we can see that the Red Nation has been around for a little while, and they are worthy of getting a capital city. And so is the blue team. The yellow team isn't quite there yet, but they're close. Yeah. The red team is going to be continuing to expand as they expand in this Athens area. The red team is going to be going ahead and expanding even more. Eventually, they're going to meet up with the blue team, the first border in this world's history. But then, over down here in Athens, a rebellion starts. As down here in Athens, a rebellion starts against this red team government. They don't really like that the red team is an authoritarian regime, and well, they want to rebel against it. This is what kind of rebellion should this be? This rebellion is mainly suited on peace. So they have, what kind of ideology is this? This rebellion, let's just say it's, starting democracy. Yeah, new ideology. And this rebellion is successful, as the red team won't be able to defend against it, and they will be forced to give it independence. Yeah, that's a pretty big loss. But they immediately ensue their new ideology, which I call it a developing democracy. Yeah, eventually there's going to probably be flawed and other types of democracies, but for now, the Athens nation is a pretty powerful nation. Wait, do I have the white layers? Where's the capital layer here? Why is it here? What layer is this? Huh? As Athens will be developing its own major city down here. And the red team will also be developing 2 more major cities here and here. And the blue team will develop another one here. And well, the yellow team has gotten enough autonomy that it is able to form a new nation. The yellow team gets a capital. That's pretty big, as a new nation is officially a nation, as it has a capital. And the yellow team, after this, has a centralized sort of government, and is sort of expanding a lot. Like that. As they go ahead and mainly focus on these European rivers. As they go ahead and explore many of these areas here. But they don't really dare to go too far out, as they don't want to go too far away from the mainland, just in case something happens. But the yellow team will be expanding even more, mainly across these northern rivers, as this is where a majority of their forces and exploration things are, as the yellow team will be even expanding down to where they originally came from down south. The yellow team will also be expanding down here throughout the Italian peninsula, eventually discovering this river. This group goes down the river and will be going to decide to tell the yellow team. But some part of the group isn't really fond of this, so they don't really want this happening. So this is basically like a sort of skirmish here. And basically a new group forms. The military rebellion of the yellow Italian country. This group, nobody knows about it except some of the people that are currently going up to tell the yellow team about it. Yeah. Going over to the orange team, we can see the orange team continue to explore even more throughout these areas, as they quickly explore and eventually claim a bunch of territories. Like this. They claim all these territories. The orange team continues to expand, specifically more eastern, as a pretty large group goes ahead and is actually loyal to the orange team. Yeah. The yellow team's group over here wasn't very loyal because of the yellow team's expansionist ideology. The orange country doesn't really have an ideology yet. The green country over here will be able to expand even more, or explore. Why did I get those words confused? I don't know. But they will be going down here, eventually deciding to, fully go and explore this river, as they go ahead and fully explore the entire thing. They reach the end of this river, and will decide, you know what? We want power. So we are going to go ahead and explore all this, or claim it. So this nation is going to be able to go ahead and claim all this territory for themselves, as they quickly go ahead and attempt to connect, as they discover all this is here. As they go ahead and eventually will be able to fully explore all this territory. And the green team goes as they go up. The green team will be working in order to make more as they connect their 2 parts and will be able to go here. I think it's about time for the orange team and the green team to get major cities. Yeah. The orange team, this is going to be their major city, and the green team's, this is their major city, and they establish another one here. More major cities are established, like another yellow team major city over here. And a new Greek, or this nation is going to have a major city. Yeah. And also that basically means some nations get capitals. That this green team has their capital here, and this orange team has their capital here. And that is going to do it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed today's scenario where civilization started over. See you in the next episode, and bye!